Hey all, greetings from the College of Southern Nevada. Happy Constitution Day 2025, although it looks like it's transmuted into Constitution Week. That's cool, but it's kind of like birthdays, right? When I was a kid, a birthday was one day out of the damn year, and now it's like at least a week and possibly a month. All right, so be that as it may. Happy Constitution 2025. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the 14th Amendment and birthright citizenship. Right, it's become kind of a hot topic. Uh, President Donald Trump, some while back, issued an executive order that ordered an end to birthright citizenship. And I think it specifies something to the effect of if, uh, if both of your parents are in the United States in unauthorized fashion, and then they bear, yeah, and you're the child of those parents and were born in the United States, you are not a citizen, right? So it's part of his overall immigration push to ramp up deportations. Okay, so can the President of the United States issue an executive order that I would argue overturns the 14th Amendment? No, not legal. Not that's not legal. No. Now the argument, right, of the Trump administration is, but hold on a minute, right? This is legal. We're not overturning the 14th Amendment. We're revising its interpretation. Right, so it's this argument that we want to pursue a new line of interpretation regarding the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment. What does the 14th Amendment say about citizenship? And this is right, a post-Civil War amendment meant to guarantee citizenship for the newly freed slaves and their kids. But it applies more broadly, of course. The language is broad. That everyone who's either natural born or naturalized and is subject to the jurisdiction thereof is a citizen of the United States and a citizen of the state within which they reside. All right. So the Trump administration has seized on that, right? Subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And the argument, right, is that if you're born in the United States on American soil to parents who are here illegally, you are not subject to the jurisdiction thereof and therefore don't fit the terms of the 14th Amendment's citizenship clause. All right. So a couple things there, right? One, we would say precedent. In 1898, the Supreme Court of the United States dealt with an almost identical issue. Wong Kim Ark. His parents were foreign nationals living in the United States. He was born on American soil. I think he had departed the United States for some time to go back to China, hang with the fam and all that. The extended fam came back and was denied re-entry. And the U.S. argued, your parents are foreign nationals. You were born on American soil, but you were never subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And the court said that's insane. That contradicts the very clear language of the United States Constitution, because in the view of the court, by definition, if you are born on American soil, you are automatically subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And I would push that a level further, right? His parents also would have been subject to the jurisdiction thereof of the federal government. Right. So number one, we have a Supreme Court precedent from 1898 that's never been challenged. It's currently the law of the land unless the Supreme Court chooses to overturn it, and we may find that out in the months or years ahead. The Supreme Court might take a case on that allows them to speak to the ongoing viability or not of the Wong Kim Ark decision. But right, I guess some. And my second argument would be, look, isn't the Trump administration, right, by its own actions, demonstrating powerfully that the parents who may be here, right, illegally, and are bearing children on American soil, aren't those precisely the people that ICE and DHS and on, FBI, aren't these precisely the people that are being rounded up and deported in massive numbers, demonstrating that they are subject to the jurisdiction thereof of the federal government, right? They cannot claim that because they're here illegally, they're not subject to the jurisdiction of the federal government. And the Trump administration is, right, taking advantage of that. So it seems like you can't do that, right? Demonstrate forcefully that these parents and their kids are subject to the jurisdiction thereof, and then claim that they're not for a different purpose, citizenship, for the kids. Well, that doesn't add up. That just defies common sense. That's not logical. So right, and I would say most sentient human beings and observers and analysts and scholars are saying this executive order by the Trump administration on the 14th Amendment it flies in the face of Supreme Court precedent, our norms and traditions practiced over a long period of time, right, about 150 years or more, and logic, and the actions of the Trump administration itself doesn't bode well for this executive order. So I would say the lower federal courts are going to have to overturn this order because they're bound, right, by Supreme Court precedent, which is Wong Kim Ark, which says this is an illegitimate executive order. And presumably, right, the Trump administration will appeal it all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. And I think although this Supreme Court has been remarkably compliant with the Trump administration's actions, I think even this court has some boundaries, some notion of fidelity to the Constitution in the face of a sort of a power-grabbing president. And I think they're going to rule. I think they're going to rule in just that fashion and say, if you really want to revise the 14th Amendment, you can't do it using an executive order. You're going to have to work it through the amendment process, right? Which is basically, 2/3 of both houses of Congress would need to sign on to this, and 3/4 of the state legislatures, and that's obviously not going to happen. So, all right. So that's my take here. Constitution Day or week, circa 2025. Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship, the 14th Amendment, Supreme Court precedent, our core norms and traditions, and the very actions of the Trump administration on immigration. Hopefully this sheds some light on this critical constitutional issue. Thanks.